Hey, what's going on everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're out making the most out of your day. My name is Connor Gall and welcome back to another Truth Talk. Huh. Okay, so first things first, guys, I just want to give a big thank you to everybody who gave ideas and suggestions as to what I should call these Friday segments. I loved hearing your ideas, but a huge thank you to Abby Hall for coming up with the idea of calling these segments Truth Talks. Again, I loved everybody's ideas, but that was the one that stuck with me. That's the one that resonated with me. So on these Fridays, when I share my personal thoughts, devotional ideas, or things that you guys want to hear about, we're going to call them Truth Talks. And so let's just jump into it today, but first I gotta drop off my luggage right there back at my new apartment. I'm gonna take that over and then we'll get right into it today. Here we are in the new apartment in Statesville, North Carolina. I've been telling you guys that I'm moving here. I'm in the process. That's creepy. The day has finally come. I am here officially in the new apartment in Statesville. I would show you guys more of it, but it's pretty messy, so maybe another time. Don't judge. So I literally just moved into this place. Like, we brought stuff in the other day and things are everywhere, as you can tell. But moving to Statesville, North Carolina has been a crazy process and a crazy faith journey for me. And so I wanted to take time in this video to talk about my faith journey in this process and how it might relate to you guys as you take steps of faith in your life. God strengthened my faith in so many ways. He truly taught me last year in Pensacola that He does supply all of our needs. Not always giving us what we want, but giving us exactly what we need. And God healed my spirit while in Pensacola. When I was trying to shut people out, God provided friends who worked their way in and broke down the walls and became really close friends of mine that I really needed. He provided a job, not a job that made a ton of money, but a job that allowed me to do school and to live. And then this summer, God connected me with my passion and calling for missions. I've been to South Africa, the Philippines, and Macedonia, all on missions trips because God rewarded my faith and showed Himself strong in my life. So my time in Pensacola was awesome, but now He's brought me to a new chapter. He put on my heart to move here to Statesville, North Carolina, which really didn't make sense to a lot of people, or me for that matter. People said, Connor, why are you going to Statesville? It's backwoods and backcountry. It doesn't fit your personality. What's gonna happen to the vlog? It's no fun to vlog in Statesville. There's nothing to do. But those things don't matter. What matters is what God is leading us to do. And I believe that He was asking me to step out in faith again, to come to a new place where I didn't have an apartment lined up. I don't have a job lined up. I don't know the area, and it's again away from my parents and even Pensacola, which became comfortable. But He asked me to move here and step out in faith. And since I've moved here, He's provided this awesome little apartment that's like right by a beautiful lake. Today I got a call that there's a job interview that's being lined up next week, hopefully. I have an awesome church here, and I really like the pastor of the church, and I have some great friends already here in the area. And so even though it was scary to step out in faith and come here, God again has strengthened my faith in some incredible ways. And whenever I think about stepping out in faith, it reminds me of Peter when he walked on the water. If you're not familiar with the story of Peter walking on the water, go check it out. It's in Matthew chapter 14, verses 22 to 32. And it's this crazy passage where Jesus had just got done feeding the 5,000, the miracle of the feeding of the 5,000. He sends the disciples across the Sea of Galilee to the other side while He goes to pray. While the disciples are in the Sea of Galilee, the storm arises and the boat's being tossed this way and that way, and Jesus walks on the water to the boat in the midst of the sea, and the disciples freak out, which wouldn't you, when they saw Jesus walking on the water. But then He says, hey, chill, it's me, be of good cheer. And so Peter has this bright idea, which is actually like super cool that he thought of it when nobody else did. And he said, Jesus, can I come to you on the sea. And Jesus says, come. But as Peter was walking to Jesus, it's almost like something clicked in his brain and he realized that he was doing something he really shouldn't be doing because of the laws of nature and physics. And he saw the wind, he saw the waves, and he got freaked out. He got his eyes off of Jesus and he began to sink. Well, thankfully, Jesus comes to the rescue and rescues Peter from drowning. But then Jesus says something crazy to Peter. He says, "O ye of little faith, why did you doubt?" I don't know about you, but my reaction is like, Jesus, like, come on, cut this guy some slack. He was walking on the water. Why are you asking him why he doubted? I mean, he did it. He didn't make it to you, but he was walking on the water. But I think that's the key. When Peter asked Jesus if he could go to him, Jesus said, come, essentially saying, come to me. And so Peter should have realized that Jesus was giving him a free pass from that boat to him on the water. He was able to defy the laws of physics from the boat to Jesus. But his faith left him midway. He never actually made it to where Jesus was asking him to go. We have to remember that when God calls us or leads us to do something, even though it might be scary or it might not make sense, we have to remember that He called us to do that for a purpose. And He's going to give us the power and the ability to accomplish what He's asked us to do. A lot of times He can see the end result when we can't, and we have to trust Him to take that step of faith. So I don't know what area in your life He might be asking you to step out in faith in. Maybe He wants you to go on that mission trip. Maybe you're supposed to reconcile with that person you've been angry towards for the past however long. Maybe He wants you to witness to that coworker that your path keeps crossing with. Maybe you are supposed to go to a new town. Maybe you are supposed to quit your job and look for a new one. I don't know. I don't know what confusing, crazy things God is asking you to do, but what I do know is that most likely He's testing your faith. And He probably has some awesome things in store for you as long as you take that first step. Okay guys, that's gonna wrap up this Friday's Truth Talk. I hope it was encouraging, but hey, those are just my thoughts on the subject. I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking, and I'd love to hear if you have a story of when God asked you to step out in faith. Use those comments below. If you like this video, then go ahead and hit that like button. And guys, we're closing in on 500 subscribers, so if you're not already a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. But guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. Until next time, peace!